So, welcome everyone to our session on capturing attention with video. So, today's digital landscape is more crowded than ever, with e-commerce brands competing fiercely for attention, as I'm sure most of you know. But video offers an edge, an engaging and immersive way to cut through the noise and connect with audiences on a personal level. So, I'm Charlotte, and alongside Alex Vager, our StoryStream CEO and co-founder, we'll be diving into why video is more than just a nice to have in e-commerce. It's now an essential. From short form videos to live streaming and AI-driven content, we're going to explore the top video trends that are transforming e-commerce today and how you can leverage them to create a powerful and attention-grabbing experience on your site. So let's get into it. We're really excited to share our strategies and insights with you today and the tools to help you really capture attention, a word you're going to hear a lot of today. And we're going to help you inspire engagement and connection with your audiences. So what we're going to cover. So we're going to go into why video commerce is the next big trend and the 3 trends that are transforming e-commerce, and why brands need this video-driven experience, and then how you can bring effective video commerce strategies into your brand and your customer journey, and why now more than ever, video is even easier with AI. And then we're going to give you some quick and easy key takeaways. So over to you, Alex.
Great. Thank you, Charlotte. And great to see everyone this morning. Thank you for joining the webinar. So what we want to start with is just giving a bit of context around why video and the use of video commerce is really becoming the next big trend. I think that we're all clear as marketers and digital marketers and digital commerce people that video has a lot of powerful abilities in terms of being able to help engage, capture consumer attention, and ultimately drive conversions. But it's something that's been relatively hard to do and particularly scale with restrictions in things like availability of content, availability of the experiences that you need, and then the tracking and conversion as well. But that's something that's really starting to change and starts to open up a whole load of new opportunities for brands and retailers to explore. And we think that it's really becoming the next big trend and opportunity for brands and retailers. And I think one of the starting points that we're talking a lot about StoryStream is like, what does the storefront of the future look like? What's that experience really going to be? I think we'd all probably agree that the e-commerce catalog based experience hasn't really changed over the last 20-30 years. But if you sort of think 5 years ahead, will it look the same as it does today? I think we'd argue that it won't, that it's going to fundamentally need to change to start keeping up with changes in consumer behavior, how they interact on platforms like social, the use of AI and things like that as well. And video content, particularly short form video content, I think is going to be one of the key drivers that's going to really transform that whole shopping experience into something much more immersive, authentic and personalized. So why is that? If you go to the next slide, please, Charlotte. So foundation of all of this is really that we live in this idea of the attention economy. We're all distracted. Our average attention is only 8 seconds long. And we are now spending the majority of our time on mobile devices looking for that next dopamine hit in all parts of our daily life, whether it's the journey into work, sitting on the sofa in the evening. And more of our actual content experience is primarily video content. And the importance of the attention economy and capturing consumer attention is that's really the foundation of how you bring people into your brand, your retail experience, and drive them through to purchase and ultimately loyalty. So the game has been changed with how you capture attention and the content you need for it, and video is really at the heart of it. The reality if you look at the e-commerce industry as a whole, it's clear that there is a major attention problem in terms of the metrics, the margins, and the kind of funnels that are associated with how to convert customers. We had a huge boom, obviously, over COVID and lockdown, but that hasn't really continued after that whole experience that the world had. And actually, there's been a lot more traffic back to physical retail. But there are still growth opportunities in e-commerce. But what's some of the problems that we're seeing around that? Well, firstly, These are some metrics that have been brought together from a number of sources, including Content Square, Simplicity DX, and also Mintel report. And what they show really is that a lot of the metrics are trending in the wrong direction for e-commerce currently. So there's traffic's decreasing and conversion rates are decreasing at the same time. Bounce rates and acquisition costs are increasing. And this is having a fundamental impact on the operating margins within the e-commerce space. And that's across a number of verticals. And it's not necessarily true for every single brand and retailer out there, but as a whole, the industry is facing increasing challenges. Next slide, please. And one of the drivers that we see in this is the changing consumer behavior and the competition for attention and eyeballs. A lot of this has been driven by the time we now spend on social channels. So 2.5 hours per day on average, the average adult is spending on social channels. I'm sure some a lot more. And if we think about what content we're engaging with, it's primarily video. The growth of TikTok videos, reels, stories, all of these types of things. Video engages and interacts with us in a different way, even to images and certainly text as well. Um, and if you look at the split between the different channels, it's TikTok is by far is certainly leading the way in terms of the average time we spend on with engaging video content. But Instagram and Facebook, obviously part of the Meta platform, is a similar amount combined to TikTok, and then Snapchat as well, particularly for those younger audiences. But the content formats themselves dominate social, and as we've seen, more and more spend is going into creation of video content, ad campaigns, and things like that, which are primarily video. Next slide, please. And what that's then meaning is we're seeing that the ways of capturing attention in your e-commerce site, your digital storefront, that's getting harder. And at the same time, more and more time is being spent on social channels with video content. That suggests that there is a big opportunity for e-commerce brands and retailers to think about using more and more video as part of their storefront experience, particularly when you're thinking about capturing and engaging people earlier on in their shopping journey, when they might not be ready to quite transact, but they could be ready to buy if they find something that piques their interest and has that inspiration kind of element to it. The trouble with what we're seeing from and also I'm sure a lot of you are spending more and more on driving traffic from social through to your website. But what we're seeing in the data is that actually socially originated traffic performs particularly poorly when it comes to your e-commerce storefront. And that's really what we're seeing around the gap between a inspirational video-led engaging experience to something that's very transactional. So what we're starting to see in the data and some of the experiences we've been building with StoryStream is if you can create a more of a social experience on the landing page or the PDP that's coming from social, then you can do a lot to actually improve those bounce rates, improve those conversion rates as well. And then we know that essentially attention leads to engagement, leads to sales, and that's really the name of the game. And by boosting some of those key early metrics around dwell times, bounce rates, and things, that can lead to an overall conversion rate of an increase of 10%. So when we're thinking about those eroding margins based on the current e-commerce experience, bringing things like video in can start to reverse that downwards trend and start increasing those overall margins and revenue generated from your traffic.
Great, thanks, Alex. And with all of that, so as video is on the rise, people are spending so long on social media, we're seeing three key trends transforming the e-commerce landscape. So brands are doing more than ever to win customer attention and keep them engaged on their website. So what we're seeing now is these three key trends. So number one is we're seeing a rise of short form video content made popular, as Alex mentioned before, by TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. It's typically under 60 seconds, and it's now become essential for e-commerce marketing as well. It offers a powerful way to showcase products, share stories, and connect with audiences on a personal level. And this visual, fast-paced content is ideal for mobile first consumers who are really craving that authentic, digestible content on the go. And next up, we're seeing live streaming, as I'm sure lots of you have come into contact with it. live streaming is also revolutionizing e-commerce. It's enabling brands to connect with their audiences in real time through live product launches, exclusive reveals, enabling that interactive Q&A, and really getting that brand excitement and those genuine connections with people by allowing that real-time question and answer, or being able to shop those products directly from a live stream is great. And the numbers speak for themselves. So the market is projected to surge to almost 12 billion. And that's by the end of 2024. And by 2027, we're expected to see the market exceed $32 billion. So that's huge. So it's rapidly becoming an essential tool for driving engagement and community and sales. And the third trend that we're seeing is TikTok style formats. So TikTok has revolutionized content creation with its emphasis on authenticity and spontaneity. Anyone can pick up their phone and create a TikTok video. Brands are leveraging this TikTok style format to provide that social proof through user-generated content, using it for reviews or perhaps behind the scenes glimpses. And this strategy really helps to build trust and relatability, as consumers are more likely to engage with the content that feels more genuine, and that spontaneity makes it more unscripted. And the platform's algorithm also facilitates the rapid content discovery, enabling brands to reach wider audiences organically. And as a result, they've launched TikTok Shop, which is absolutely huge. So let's just let the numbers do the talking. So it launched last year in September 2023, and already nearly 24 million people in the US alone have shopped from TikTok Shop. So as you can see, all these trends are suggesting that video is not just a nice to have, it's now an essential. Why is that? So video has the unique ability to boost engagement and conversions. In fact, adding video to landing pages can increase conversions by up to 80%, transforming passive browsing into a more immersive experiences. Plus, with 78% of e-commerce video visits now coming from mobile, video fits perfectly with this mobile first mindset. We've seen that through the rise in all the trends in social, the fact that we spend 2.5 hours a day on social, and the preference for, TikTok and short form video. So it's really, really helping to deal with that mobile first trend. It's also a consumer preference. Today's shoppers are actively seeking video content, with 68% preferring to learn about products through video. And Gen Z in particular are driving this trend, and 97% of Gen Z use social media for shopping inspiration. And platforms like TikTok Shop, as mentioned earlier, are just projected to keep on growing. And I think the target is they're looking to get to around $17 billion GMV this year. That was from TechCrunch. So video serves as a bridge between social media and e-commerce. E-commerce sites typically being the static front end to a product catalog. They need something more engaging that's really resonating with this socially savvy audience that's coming now in the modern day. So as social commerce is growing 4 times faster than traditional e-commerce, video really helps to connect product discovery, which is happening on social platforms, to seamless checkout on brands' website, like meeting that consumer desire for more engaging content right through from inspiration to purchase. So this all sounds great, but I'm sure you're wondering, okay, how do you do this? It's clear that brands do need to leverage video to capture attention and engage audiences and to ultimately drive conversions. But with so many questions, but with so many options out there, this is the big question. But lucky for you, the answer is StoryStream. So StoryStream brings the power of video commerce to e-commerce. We really help to bring the attention-winning experiences that we see on social into that, traditional static e-commerce world. We're trusted by leading brands like John Lewis, Porsche, JD, and L'Oreal. And over the past year, we've curated a suite of immersive video-led experiences that packaged up become our video commerce solution. So, how do you activate this? So Story Streams enables brands to implement an effective video commerce strategy with an all-in-one platform that empowers brands to easily source or create engaging content, select the right video formats, integrate these across the entire customer journey, then measure performance and optimize. Now, to kick things off, you obviously need to source or create this engaging video content. But with StoryStream, this is easy to do. StoryStream helps you to crowdsource authentic user-generated content through hashtags or app mentions, and also to house potentially brand content, influencer content, or employee-created content. All of these content types can be brought together in our platform and then pushed out to various different video commerce solutions. So then what you need to do is choose the right video commerce experience to win attention for your audience, whether that's shoppable stories, which deliver quick and impactful content in a social media like swipeable format, which is perfect for creating an experience that feels natural to these socially savvy customers who are used to browsing the likes of Instagram or TikTok. Stories helps with these social style roundels, which you can click through to, and they're all housed natively on a brand's website. Or you've got the likes of shoppable video. So we talked earlier around short form, engaging TikTok style formats. Well, with shoppable video, you can have those style formats housed on your e-commerce site. Plus, all the products that are showcased in them can be made quickly shoppable, so you can easily add the items to basket. And then on from this, once you've got shoppable video, you can have picture in picture. So it lets customers keep watching the video in a smaller window while they potentially browse the rest of your site. So keeping them engaged, keeping that video content there that they know and love, and following them on their journey throughout the site. And lastly, you've got live video, a lovely example here, and we'll go into a case study a bit later on, is the Bowden sisters here showcasing summer wedding outfits. But this was a live video example, which offered a real-time interactive shopping experience for Bowden customers. And they could shop all of the products that were showcased in real time. This adds a sense of connection and a bit of immediacy to a live video experience. So don't just take our word for it. We've had some amazing brands activate these experiences already. So Cupra needed a way to create more engaging content on their website and capture, a new social media driven audience. You can see there it's a very young audience they're trying to capture there. There's a guy on rollerblades. They've got all this great brand and influencer content, but they needed it to work harder and they needed it to increase engagement, not just on social, but on their website. So by using stories, something that customers are used to on Instagram, but housing that on their site, they created conversion-driven pathways that led straight from discovery. So watching those videos, they could click through, discover more about the vehicle, or even book a test drive. And it felt completely native to their site. and has increased engagement. And also a lovely example of using a TikTok style format through story streams, shoppable video is Kiehl's, who integrated all of their wonderful, again, brand, influencer, and user generated content into their website to truly highlight customer advocacy and showcase this dynamic content. The videos autoplay, so they're always rolling on site. So, they're very eye-grabbing and creating a really engaged audience with their social first shoppers and anyone really who lands on site, and also making their website feel really dynamic. And it's also really easy to update. So all of this content can be updated, whether it's for seasonal launches or whether it's for a new product launch. So Kiehl's here, they had released a new range of products, and they were quickly able to get those products onto this module and make them all shoppable. And lastly, I mentioned earlier the lovely Bowden sisters. So Bowden instead used live video shopping as their video solution. So they wanted to bring real-time style and inspiration to their shoppers with more of an immersive, interactive shopping experience. And they needed something that would showcase new styles for seasonal events like summer wedding outfits, which, if any of you know Bowden, that is um, definitely their criteria. They have beautiful dresses, and showcasing these through live video shopping allowed the brand to showcase multiple products all at once and to make them all shoppable to the customer. And it delivered this really dynamic, engaging experience that not only was great for the live experience, but is now housed on their website. So anyone can go in and watch this video and shop the products in real time. So video can play a powerful role, as you can see, at every stage of the customer journey, from discovery through to purchase, helping brands to create an attention-grabbing experience. I told you you'd hear the word attention a lot, which ultimately boosts conversion. So you can integrate these experiences right throughout the customer journey, whether that's capturing attention where customers are in discovery mode in StoryStream's solution called Linkstream, where you can turn your social media visitors into website traffic by taking brands through to almost a microsite from social media, which houses video, is directly shoppable, and takes customers right through to product pages. Or whether that's holding interest by creating an interactive journey on a brand's website with video infused homepage mosaics. Like, here's a beautiful example of Garnier using a homepage module with all of their latest Garnier fruits conditioner products and showing what that looks like in real life. This keeps visitors exploring more and helps create a more interactive journey to hold that customer engagement. And then it doesn't stop there. You can integrate these things into the point of purchase. So on product description pages, you can have video social proof, as shown here with the gel bottle, another one of our customers who are really integrating video throughout their customer experience and showcasing some social proof here with one of their nail varnishes. So you've got a video housed on the product description page, which helps to provide, that additional social proof, that trust, and that valuable context that people need to make informed purchase decisions. But you don't just want to have all these experiences and not know whether they're resonating, what's working with your customers. So you need to truly understand what resonates with your audience, to refine and keep optimizing your strategy. So StoryStream's analytics dashboard offers a suite of insights that can help you monitor performance, can help you with engagement and conversions. So you can continuously improve your video content based on real results. So with the StoryStream analytics dashboard, brands can see their top performing content by tracking metrics like what we call smart goal clicks, for example, things that link out to product pages or other parts of the site. You can also track your most opened content, and then you can get deep content insights such as your top performing product tags, your top content by clicks, your top content by engagement rate, to really help you reveal those trending themes and preferences of your consumers. And then you can dig deep into engagement metrics, including dwell time, engagement rate, and bounce rate. And then potentially the one that everyone's got their eyes on, conversions. You can track essential purchase related actions such as conversion rate, items added to cart, and product clicks, which allows you to identify which videos are most effective at driving sales and optimizing that path to purchase. So now Alex is going to take you through why video is easier than ever with AI.
Thank you, Charlotte. Yeah, so the use of AI, particularly generative AI, does make the whole process of working with video content that much easier. It also provides some really interesting opportunities for new kind of creative outlets and ways of personalizing and scaling content production as well, which is one of the barriers to use of video content. So I guess the first area is using some tools that we've got here, Veed and others, where you can start to take video content and automatically create and replicate some of the new formats that are engaging customers, particularly like the TikTok style ones. So this can be taking video that you've shot on your phone and then adding things like auto captions or effects, or even editing longer videos down to short clips that you can use. So there are some tools out there, for instance, if you're doing webinars, that you can then create the short TikTok style sort of UGC focused videos that get lots of attention. We're also seeing that is particularly becoming a powerful way to start generating reach and awareness on platforms like TikTok, when you can start to scale kind of more UGC style focused videos where people are explaining products or showing how things work or styling the latest looks and things like that as well. But these tools can help you take that content and the content you might already have and start to turn it into something that's more suitable for a platform like TikTok. Next slide. There we go. Um, Another big area is AI avatars. So there are platforms like HeyGen, there's another UK-based one called Synthesia. And these are now tools where you can create very lifelike avatars that basically respond to a script that you give them. So you give them a script of text, you choose your avatar, the style, and that can be from hundreds of different looks and styles of avatar. And that content can then be rapidly scaled across your website. Now that's particularly useful for things like maybe product demos or FAQ descriptions, or being able to translate into lots of languages and styles and cultures and things as well. This is definitely a big growth area at the moment. Now the limitations with some of those are get that one. Some of the limitations with those platforms is that they're generally quite static avatars, so they only work in certain things. You couldn't, for instance, get them to demo a product by picking it up and things like that. Now that's something that I think will start to get easier in the future, again with the progress of some of these generative AI models and things like that. But certainly giving a bit more of an authentic human experience for interacting with video content and being able to scale that without having to go out and shoot and record this type of thing is a big growth area. And another area, particularly one that we've been focusing on at StoryStream, is actually being able to give more metadata to the video content itself, and also be able to tag and analyze the what's in the content. Now that's really powerful for a number of different reasons. Firstly, being able to kind of detect products and match that to your product catalog means that you've got a very easy, engaging way to make your content directly shoppable through some of those shop the look examples that Charlotte gave earlier on. The other areas around managing content. So by being able to kind of look at what's in the content, you can help with filtering and organization of that content, particularly around certain themes and topics or things that you do or don't want to include. And then lastly, content recommendation and insights. So by being able to know that, say, for instance, a picture of a person in a cityscape gets more engagement than a picture of someone in the countryside, that can then help you using the platform to find more similar content. And also, that might be then insight you want to use in your wider content strategy and video production strategy.
Great. Thanks, Alex. So we've just got some key takeaways. As I'm sure you're fully aware of now, video is essential in the attention economy. It captures and holds attention far better than static imagery, which we typically see on e-commerce sites, making it crucial for engaging today's fast scrolling, mobile first consumers. And e-commerce, unfortunately, has an attention problem. Traffic and conversion rates are dropping, while bounce rates and customer acquisition costs are rising. And video can help reverse some of these trends by meeting the demand for engaging social style content. And social media has set the bar for video. Consumers now expect video experiences. They spend an average of 2.5 hours a day on social media. So brands need to give them the content that they crave and need that dopamine-driven experience on their e-commerce site. And Gen Z leads the way for video. Video reigns supreme with platforms like TikToks dominating their social media time, just showcasing that short form engaging content is really what needs to be on your site. And without video, e-commerce conversion rates will likely continue to fall. Socially influenced traffic has almost a 40% higher bounce rate than any other traffic. So you need to make your site as engaging as social media, and you can use video to do that. And then you could potentially see conversion rates increase by up to 10%. So short form, live and interactive videos are the future of e-commerce. They're redefining the e-commerce landscape, and embracing these formats can help you to capture customer attention. A strong video strategy drives engagement and conversion. Success with video commerce requires a full strategy, sourcing content, choosing the right formats, and then integrating this across the entire customer journey and continually optimizing for performance. And lastly, with the rise of AI is even easier than ever to implement. AI tools, like Alex mentioned, like video or story streams, Aura, really help to enrich content, enable product tagging and recommendations, and create like video ready experiences for your site. So thank you very much. That is everything from us today. We hope you have some more skills to go out and win the battle for shopper attention.